Hades, is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Defy the god of the dead as you hack and slash out of the underworld in this roguelike dungeon crawler from the creators of Bastion, Transistor, I reviewed that, Empire. Yes guys, everybody's been ranting and raving about Hades, so I thought I'd buy a copy. I bought it on Steam in the sales. It's not on Green Man Gaming unfortunately, but it is in the sales on Steam at the minute. So I picked up a copy on Friday, I believe. I've done 10 hours in it, and I'm pretty much hooked, guys. I love it. It's really good. It is really, really good, this game. I'm not keen on the isometric view, and it is very fast-paced, which again I'm not too keen on, but despite that, I still love the game. It's just got that, just have one more go feel to it. Just have another. Yeah, you said that 6 goes ago, Mac. Just stop it. Your dinner's getting cold. One more run. Just one. Come on. Give me one more. Come on, Johnny. Mac. So what do? Well, you play a character called Zagreus, and you're trying to escape from hell. You work there. You're not happy. So you want out. And you hear there's a way out. Your dad is not happy about this because he's a prick, and he's just like sent people to stop you doing it, kind of, So you have to try and escape. Now, to do that, you get help from your distant family of Olympians, guys. You have all the Olympian. Aphrodite, guys. Fucking hell.
There, dearest. You'll tell me all your troubles just as soon as you arrive, so let's just get you out of there for now.
Mac, just stop. It's all about the combat and your relationship with the gods. You can boost your relationship by giving them gifts that you pick up on each run, and they will give you weapons and weapon buffs. You have an arrow, you have a spear, you have a sword, you have a shield that's like turns you into Captain America. There's about 7 or 8 different weapons. I haven't unlocked them all. There's one I haven't unlocked yet, but I've unlocked all the rest and tried them all, and they're all good in their own separate ways. It's going to be down specifically to your play style. I like the bow and arrow, but I think the spear is my favourite. It just is awesome, the spear. But I've got the furthest with the bow and arrow, but I still like the spear. But they're all good. The shield's good as well. They're all good in their own way. Now, your victory is not going to be because of what weapon you're carrying. It's going to be because of the gifts the gods have given you during each run. And that's RNG. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good, but every time it's always been fun. And that's why this is a good game, because sometimes RNG screws you over and you just have really bad times. In this, I've never yet had a bad time, but I've had some runs where I haven't been anywhere near as powerful, but I've still enjoyed it because I've been able to pull stuff back, currencies back that I can spend back in your base, which is your house, I guess, when you die, to make you stronger for that next run. That's why it's a roguelike game. Basically, there's a mirror that you have. When you stand in front of the mirror, it will actually give you permanent buffs that you can spend. You can unlock more as well. If you find keys in the dungeon, you can unlock more of these abilities, these perks, and they stay with you through death. They're persistent through death, and they're the ones that make you really strong. There's others as well, but this is just one aspect of it. So you've got different abilities. You have your main attack, you have a special attack, you have a cast and a call. Now your main attack will be slashing your sword, firing your bow and arrow, jabbing your spear, firing your gun, whatever the weapon is that you've got. Your special attack, that could be completely different. That would be launching your spear, firing a volley of arrows and things like that. You have a cast, which throws at the beginning of the game this red kind of crystal which embeds into the enemy, and you don't get that back until you kill that enemy. Then the jewel is dropped. You can then pick it up and throw it at somebody else. Now you can get more of these, but at the beginning you only get one. Now that is kind of sometimes bad, sometimes good. If you throw it and it sticks in somebody, it doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage, and you can't throw it again till you kill that person. That's bad. But there are perks that when an enemy has one of these jewels embedded in them, you can do 10% more damage, or 20% more damage as you upgrade it. So it's handy to have these jewels stuck in enemies. And there's lots, the combat is so well done. There's loads of different connotations to the combat based on the perks you get during each run. Now, your call, this is something you get later on in the game after you've played it a few hours. This is a special gift from the gods, your call, and that has its own charging meter, which charges up as you're in combat on each level. And that kind of gives you a super ability that only lasts maybe a second or two, but I've killed a boss with it. It saved my life a few times, so it's a great addition to the game. And depending on which god gives you it, will depend on what it actually does and how it works. But everything, even your dash, you've got a dash ability that you can upgrade to dash twice, which is a lifesaver and a killer when you're on the lava levels and you keep dashing into bloody lava like I do. But everything can do damage with the boons that you get as you go through the actual game, because each room has an exit with maybe one or two different doors you can go through, and each door will have an icon next to it which tells you the reward you will get in the next room should you be victorious. And this is how you build your powers as you go through the actual game. You've got to decide what kind of a build you want, so you have to know what the icons are. I'm still learning that, but some will be just currency that you spend on each run. Some will be currency that you spend outside of the run after you've dead that you can take back with you, that you spend in the mirror. Others are jewels that you can spend again to unlock things to make your next run a little bit easier. So there's currencies that stay with you after dying and failing a run, and there's currencies like the coins that you have to spend during the run. And they will, the coin currency will be little shops that you'll come across on your way through, which will give you all your health back, or they might give you some kind of consumable that'll last for the next 6 rooms that give you a bit of a buff and things like that. I had a great one that I got off one of the gods, which put drunkenness on anybody that was in the wake of me dashing. When I dashed, I left a pool, and it would infect people with drunkenness that would make them weak and give them damage, and I buffed that right up and it became highly powerful. But I think the best one I ever got was of Neptune, is it? And it was like water and like a wave that knocked people back and did damage every time I actually dashed around the room. I was just like an invincible snowplow. It was just insane that. It was really, really good. And you get lots of stuff for your weapons as well. So you've got to make the decision when you leave a room what reward you're going to go for. You might be just wanting to get a bit more health and stuff like that. But as you see yourself become more and more powerful as you go further and further on your run, it's so damn good. But the enemies get more powerful as well, and you'll come across bosses. There's quite a few bosses in this, and some of them all the bosses are good. I haven't met a bad boss yet. They're not really your enemies. Some of them are like your friends. I mean, for example, old Meg, who's in it, she's like, yeah, I'm going to stop you, I'm going to kick your ass, and then you kill her, obviously. And then when you die, eventually, you go back to your house and she's in there and she'll say, yeah, you kicked my ass the last time, but next time I'm going to kick your ass. And it's so good that they remember the run that you just did and they'll comment on it and things like that. It's so well done. This game is so well done. If you're a budding game developer, then this is where the bar is for indie games. And if you're a AAA game developer, fucking shame on you, because there's no AAA game really can touch this year. And it's just sad. It's sad that all these multi-million-pound companies like Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, Bethesda and all that, none of them have been able to get near this. This game blows all them away, if you like this kind of thing, and that's the thing. But you might be like me, I don't really like the kind of isometric, quick kind of combat games like this, generally speaking, but I like this. It's so well done, so much fun. And I've got to go, guys, because I'm going on another run. I'll see you later.